I'd started photography in '97 and I was working for a local paper, and I felt like I wasn't really doing stories which really meant anything. And a friend of mine gave me this magazine called Just Right, and in that magazine it was about the story of children who had been born into sex slavery. There was one story in particular that really captured me, and it was the story of this little girl called Glory, and she was 18 months old when her father tried to sell her to a brothel in Kamathipura. They were all haggling over her, and basically he tried to sell her for about £150. This charity in India heard about it and spoke to him and stopped him from selling this little girl, and they rescued her and took her in for life. And I was really taken back that babies were being sold in the red light district. I couldn't believe that that was true. So I decided I want to go to India. I want to photograph children that are born into sex slavery, show what life is like for these little children and really just tell their story. So I approached the charity, which was over here in England, Jubilee Campaign, met the wonderful Danny Smith, and I embarked on my first story to India. And back in 2002, I ended up going right before monsoon, the hottest time you can go. Bit of a shock to my system because I hadn't really travelled extensively in kind of hard places. And I will never forget actually meeting Glory herself. I remember sleeping one night next to her in the shelter and thinking, my God, if they hadn't heard, you know, within minutes, if they hadn't gone down in time, that little girl would be locked away in a cage in the red light district. That trip was a really defining point in my life, because it really was a point where I was a photographer and then I wasn't just taking pictures anymore. I actually started caring about an issue. And that's the thing about this story. I've covered many stories around the world and have been to Sudan, Congo, and there's many issues. But from 2002 till now, for the last 11 years, this story really has consumed me. It's not just a story, it's been part of a major journey for me. And everyone there, I've got Indian family. These guys have become family to me.